World steel production is up 15%. Fantastic news for the Australian economy. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because we're going to have a look at the current world steel production. It has gone up, everyone. It's up 15% from the March crude steel production figures. And one could argue that is potentially very good news for the Australian economy. Iron ore is reaching an all-time high. And, well, during the GFC, Australia's pretty much pulled out of tough economic times thanks to China. Now, I know at the moment we've got a lot of rhetoric, a lot of saber rattling about the trade issues between Australia and China. But even if China kind of dismisses Australia not buying all of our resources and sources other locations, that means there's going to be less competition from those locations in other markets. So hopefully the market should still work out for Australia, and that could be a good thing. Let's have a look at just the steel and iron ore industry on the globe. And I'll bring this up. This is from the Observatory of Economic Complexity. And here we have iron ore. Now, its complexity ranking for product is 926th out of 961 in the world. I mean, you've got the Iron Age guide, so it is an older product. You can extract it using primitive means, but you can also extract it using very efficiently using quite advanced means. We're the biggest exporter in the world. Brazil is a close second, well, reasonably close second, and then you have China as the biggest destination of it. We can see here, exporters of iron ore and importers. There you go, the same thing. Now, iron and steel. Now, the top importers of iron and steel were Germany, United States, China, and Italy, and South Korea, and the top exporters of it were China, Japan, Germany, South Korea, and Russia. They're the top exporters, so it's pretty close. That's why when you saw steel, a lot of it, you can get locally made and sent overseas. There's going to be more and more discussion and calls for Australia to value add to our goods and our products. We're such a big iron ore exporter. Why aren't we just manufacturing it here? Because, steel, it's also good for our coking coal, the high-quality coal used in the production of steel. You've got iron ore and you've got increased steel demands. We've got prices of these resources at quite a high level. Why don't we make it here? I suspect it's the not-in-my-backyard crowd. We don't have the stomach for it in this country. We're all too nice and friendly. We all want it nice, perfect, and clean. We want other nations to handle all the dirty things. Think about it. What protests would there be? You can't even get a coal mine open in this country without people traveling from the other side of Australia to protest it. So just keep that in mind the next time you hear someone calling for the iron boomerang. You're going to have a lot of opposition and a lot of red tape, rigmarole, where the question is, will we be competitive to some of these other manufacturing countries that don't have to deal with all the rubbish we have to? Just saying, everyone. So that's an overview of the steel and iron ore, just to give you a bit of perspective of it. So let's have a look at the current commodity prices at the time of recording. Iron ore is at 185 US a ton, and steel futures in Shanghai at 5,210 yuan. So both of them are going, rocketing to the moon. I remember when we were working on coal mining projects, the cost of coal, the price of it, that would affect the quality of the built work, the capex expenditure that they put in. So hopefully, if we're running at such a high level of iron ore prices, one, it's going to be a benefit for the government because they've got, they've budgeted at $50 a ton, so it's more than 3 times what they've budgeted at. Hopefully, that'll put a dent in the huge debt that they've now racked up. And two, hopefully this will have greater economic stimulus because, there'll be greater incentives for CapEx, capital expenditure in some of these mines. It may mean other newer mines can be efficient, can expand. It may mean parts of the mines where the just return on investment, the grade of iron may not have been viable at a lower price point. At the higher price point, it may be viable, so they may start extracting it and up the output. And then that will flow through. You're watching an architect here, a suburban architect in Brisbane. We made money on big coal mines getting built. We were working on them all the time and helped us start our business, guys. So this stuff just does flow through the economy. It does trickle down. So don't think it doesn't. You just have to position yourself right to be in the right position, and a bit of lucky sometimes to take advantage of it. But it will flow through because we got the money and then we spent it as well on toys and knickknacks and things. So that's a good sign. This is good news for Australia. This is good news. I know some people only like seeing the doomer stuff, and I know just going doom, doom, doom. It's great for the algorithm. YouTube just loves it. But this is good news. So let's look at the world steel production, that it's up 15%. So this is from World Steel Association. The March 2021 crude steel production figures from April to 22nd. World crude steel production for the 64 countries reporting to the World Steel Association was 169.2 million tons in March 2021, a 15.2% increase compared to last year. So we can see here, this is, where is it? We look at the chart. Here we go with March 21, March 2020. So there you go. We can see China in the red. World is in the blue. ROW is in the world is in the grey. ROW is in blue. So we can see China there going up, 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 and China is going up, and the world is going up. Everyone's going up, guys. Production is up, highest in this chart. Global crude steel production was 486.9 million tons, I'm assuming, in the first 3 months to the of 2021, up by 10% compared to the same period in 2020. Asia and Oceania produced 356.9 million tons of crude steel in the first quarter of 2021, an increase of 13.2% over the first quarter of 2020. The EU produced 37.8 million tons of crude steel in the first quarter to 2021, up 3.1% compared to the same quarter in 2020. North America's crude steel production in the first 3 months to 2021 was 28.1 metric tons, a decrease of 5.2% compared to the first quarter of 2020. The CIS produced 26.2 million tons of crude steel in the first quarter to 2021, an increase of 3.1% over the first quarter of 2020. So everyone is going up, except the US. So how's the Rust Belt going to feel there? So there we can see Africa is up from March last year to this, 25%. 17%, Asia 7%, EU 17%, Europe other 10%, Middle East 11%, North America 0.1%. From the beginning of the year it's down, but from March to March 0.1%, so no move at all. And South America 8% increase, so everyone is going up except North America. And here's the 64 countries that are included in the table, approximately 98% of the total world crude steel production in 2020. You know, notice we're not in here. The top 10 steel producing countries. So China produces 94.0 million tons in March 2021, up 19.1% on March 2020. India produced 10 million tons. Japan produced 8.3. India's up 23%. Japan is up 4.6. US produced 7.1, up 1%. Russia is estimated to have produced 6.6, up 9.4. South Korea 6.1, up 4.7. So you've got South Korea, an advanced country, and Germany as well, producing steel. So, you know, there would be an opportunity for Australia to do it. Even though we are an isolated country, well, now with shipping, we're not really that much more isolated than China, are we, from certain parts of the world? Turkey, they're up. Brazil produced 2.8 million tons, up 4.1%. So you can see here, you know. So, guys, there we have it. World steel production is up, everyone. It's up 15%. This is good news for the Australian economy. What are the solutions? Well, it's good news for the economy. Could this be enough to, well, could the increased cost of steel futures and of iron ore incentivize the actual manufacturing here in Australia? Could it reach a point where it'll be worthwhile jumping through all the regulatory hoops and dealing with all the political hoo-ha to push it through? Or is the climate changing, is the nationalistic manufacturing trend starting to grow more and more that some people will push for it through? What do you reckon? I mean, it'd be good to see if we could manufacture here in Australia, not having to resort to imported materials for steel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Are you encouraged by this news? And, well, how will it affect the house prices, guys? Steel up 15%, housing booms. As always, thanks. Oh, you know what they'll do? You know what they'll do? If they open up manufacturing here in Australia, then they'll have to bring people in because we won't have the expertise anymore to do a lot of it. So housing prices skyrocket. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links on Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.